All right, guys, this your boy Mr. HD. Sorry I'm getting this video up late. It's been a really long day. I haven't. Okay. All right. It's just been, kind of a long day. Kind of just been dealing with a lot in life, and my knees really been hurting a lot. You know what I mean? And I've just been trying to figure out how to. Okay, I love you guys too. Okay, the reason that I came back and I battled through this knee pain and my tiredness and and all these things is because of you guys. I love you guys so much. Like you don't. It doesn't matter because I love you guys anyway. That's all. Let's start the show. Obviously, guys, we got to talk about this weird show that happened last night on Monday Night Raw. We're not going to talk about everything. I'm not doing a full recap of the show, even though I am enjoying this 2.5 hour format on Netflix. It feels like the perfect amount of time for a wrestling show, 2 hours being just a little bit too short with ads, and 2.5 hours or 3 hours feeling too long and draining to watch, but 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes feeling perfect. So I'm definitely enjoying that about the transition to Netflix. But the show started off with, of course, the Royal Rumble winner, Jay Uso, coming out. I don't know what he was trying to do. I was trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna just tell y'all there was a point when I was watching this promo and I verbally said, "All right, man, get on with it." Like it was he came out and he stood. First of all, he came out and you know how you do the wide eye because you're trying not to tear up. You're doing the wide, like he was doing that from the beginning. From the moment he was out there, he got in the ring. It took him forever to get in the ring. They played his theme song twice. Yeah, I mean when he came out. Yeah, I mean it's okay. He won the Royal Rumble. Give him his moment. I'm cool with that. But he had the wide eyes while like he was trying to hold something in, or he's trying, keep from crying or whatever, do the old tough guy act. But you could tell he was very emotional and he really couldn't get any sentences out for a long time, like an overly extended amount of time where he was just like pretending like he was gonna say something and be like, and it was like he was fishing for the crowd chants. And with that point where it got to a point where it was a little uncomfortable, like, all right, bro, they're not chanting, so just talk, just say something. What are you about to say? And it was like, okay, I get it. Like, you gotta take a minute, soak it all in. You know what I mean? That usually happens. You get the "you deserve it" chant. Like, that's cool. That's all cool. But it just kept going and he kept just standing there in the ring without saying anything and breathing heavy. And it was just like, oh my god. It was literally like, bro, just cut the fucking promo. Once he finally 10 minutes later started actually using words to cut the promo, he didn't say anything. It was just like, man, oh, you know, uh, it's been such a long journey and people didn't think I could do it, but I did it. They ain't think I was main event Jay Uso. I ain't think I was main event Jay Uso, but I can looking at, all y'all right now, what I mean, all this, I am that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, that was okay. All right, keep it going. You know what I mean? Then it just kind of it's like he got winded or he forgot what to say. I don't know what was going on, but it wasn't a good promo and for the majority of the promo. And then it got to the point to where you could physically see him tearing up, and it was like, okay, man, now I'm emotional. Like now I feel bad for telling you to hurry up because maybe it was really your emotions that had you choked up and kept you from getting the words out that you were trying to convey to the audience at that time. So I want to cut him a little slack once I saw the tears dropping from his eyes, because I get emotional when I see someone truly accomplish a lifelong dream of theirs in real time. Like, that's not something you could ever scoff at or anyone should ever be mad about, because that's something that we're all trying to do. So, I was like, oh, don't want to be a hater. So, all right, Jay, I'll let this one slide. But let's not take 15 minutes to fucking start cutting a promo at the beginning of any show ever again, because it was a point to where it was very uncomfortably long winded by him. But it ended up being a pretty emotional promo that I probably would never go back and watch again, but it did what it was supposed to do, and he got his moment to shine after, likely his only career Royal Rumble win. You know what I mean? So there is a worse promo later that we got to get into in just a minute. But I do want to mention before I get into that the New Day's theme song, while slightly generic, still sounds dope. I got to give it to him. It's got the chopped and screwed vibes in it. CM Punk and Sami Zayn, that match was fire. Like they were having a great match until Kevin Owens decided to be the most diabolical human being on planet Earth and came in and gave Sammy a package pile driver. I guess because he didn't help him as much as he thought he should have. So now we're gonna get Sammy versus KO at Elimination Chamber, possibly at WrestleMania as well. The best friends, former best friends, going at it. We know the match will be, 5-star classic type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. So Kevin Owens is just in full form right now. Let's just call it what it is. He is killing it in every sense of the word. So shout out to KO. And Chad Gable is out of here. There's another thing I wanted to mention. Chad Gable's leaving, uh, leaving his crew behind, and he's gonna go off and learn the dark arts of lucha libre for some reason, so he can come back. As we already discussed before, he hates lucha libres. He hates luchadors. Excuse me. So he's gonna go learn the dark arts of lucha libre. So maybe he could beat the Rey Mysterios and the Pentas and Dragon Lees and all these guys that have been getting over on him for the last few months. So I'm interested to see where that storyline goes. It could be some comedy sketches on the way from Chad Gable, which we all know he's good at, but it could also be something cool and serious. We'll see. I don't know. But we got to talk about the elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. It was tragic. Like last night was one of the most tragic things I've witnessed in pro wrestling in a long time. And I don't want to compare, don't go overboard with the word tragic. You know what I mean? Nobody died. So but it was definitely a travesty what happened to Charlotte Flair last night, because for some reason they sent her out here after having the most hillish vignettes you could ever see from a female superstar. Hey, I'm rich. I win all the championships. You hate me because you can't beat me. I know that I'm the best. Like, all right, all right. She's definitely coming back as a heel, but no, WWE wants to give her the big dog Roman Reigns treatment and try to shove her down her fucking throats. Pause. Because they want her to be babyface so bad, I guess. You know what I mean? Because, I guess the thing is she's eventually in line to go up against Tiffany Stratton, who's a phenomenal heel with the spoiled brat character that she has. And they want the heel face dynamic, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, because people love Tiffany Stratton. She's over as hell, and people want to cheer her. Even when she's doing dastardly, cowardly hill things. So putting her in the ring with someone like Charlotte Flair, who people definitely have, Flair exhaustion, because she is a 14-time world champion. She does get put right into championship matches the second she returns from extended time off. Like it's just she's a perennial main eventer. It's what it is. Uh, and people don't like that. People don't like winners because most people are losers. Let's just call it what it is. So, I appreciate Charlotte Flair for what she does. She, like I said before, she brings people to their best matches. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. I mean, yeah, Charlotte Flair, Rhea, Charlotte, Mercedes Monet now. You know, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch. There's been so many people. I'm still waiting on that Charlotte Flair Bianca feud to happen because I need that in my life. But I'm sure we're gonna get that at some point down the road. But Charlotte Flair is not a natural babyface. She just is not. Her presence, her aura. She has aura out the wazoo, but it's not like I'm the cool good guy, or it's I'm better than you aura. She has that aura. When she walks into the room, you're like, oh, that woman thinks she's a queen. That's just how she carries herself. Her chin is always up, like her back is always straight. She's always walking like a queen. Uh, and people don't like that. People don't always like that. And it doesn't really make any sense to try to make her a baby face when she has that type of character dynamic. So Charlotte comes out here and tries to cut a baby face promo, i.e., what I tried to do at the beginning of this video, and you guys just gave me the business. That's kind of what happened to her. That's kind of what happened to her. Like it was just like every she came out was like, I missed you guys so much, and it was just it was she. Hey guys, my knee, and it's been such a long road back, and I came back, for you guys. I missed you guys so much. They weren't having it. This crowd was not having it. It was so uncomfortable. I felt so bad. She did not know what to do. I saw some people saying, "Oh yeah, this was the plan." They knew that this could have put it. No fucking way. She looked so uncomfortable and so pissed off that they would not stop booing her. It was crazy. Like she was saying the most positive baby face stuff you could possibly say as a wrestler, and they were like, "Boo." Boo. It was loud. Boo. I was just like, oh my God, this is not good. So they booed her out of the arena. She was, at certain points, she was like, all right, guys, I get it. You're gonna boo me. It is what it is. I love you guys anyway. Boo! It wouldn't stop. They didn't stop booing the entire time until Rhea Ripley came out and they cheered. And Rhea's like, "Yeah, I want you to pick me because I still don't think you respect me, and I want to beat it into you at WrestleMania." So I don't think we're gonna see Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair again at WrestleMania. We already saw it once and it was phenomenal. I think that we're gonna get Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, and it's going to be a great match. And it'll, hopefully Tiffany wins, because we don't need two people chasing Ric Flair's record right now. It's like, let's just ease Charlotte into, her next couple title wins. She doesn't need to win this match against Tiffany. We're trying to create new stars for the next decade. So Tiffany needs to get that win over Charlotte Flair. Then Charlotte could start from the bottom and build her way back up. But that it was so savage. I've seen things like that, but I don't think it was. It usually it's like with Dom Mysterio and the crowd's booing him, the New Day and the crowd's booing him. It's like, yeah, they're bad guys. They're portraying bad guys. Charlotte is clearly trying to be a good guy. It's more like the Roman Reigns thing, the Roman Reigns and the John Cena thing. I would compare more to those guys because they were trying to be baby faces and they were getting booed out of the building because no one wanted them to be baby faces. People want to boo Charlotte Flair. That's what it's going to be for the rest of her career. She needs to get used to it. And it just is what it is, man. I felt really bad for her last night because she looked super uncomfortable until, Rhea Ripley came out there and threw her a lifeline and gave her somebody to go back and forth with. But before that, she was just trying to be so nice, and the crowd was not. They weren't buying it, yo. They weren't buying it, and I don't blame them. Like you can't set her up for a comeback, having her in $100,000 cars and laid out on yachts and all these different things, and then you immediately give her the Royal Rumble victory and expect everybody to cheer that shit. Like, no, that's not gonna. She's the bad guy. She's taken a championship opportunity away from somebody who's been here the entire year, the entire since our last WrestleMania season. Like, and she's just coming in and winning the Rumble. It's just like, nah, they're not about to cheer that, and they shouldn't. You know what I mean? So, she's a perennial bad guy character. I hope they realize that now. Maybe if something crazy happens, God forbid, you don't want to see anything happen to somebody just so they could turn babyface, like what happened with Joe and Roman. Like you don't want to see that type of stuff happen. So potentially if something like that did happen to Charlotte, God forbid, we don't want that to happen. Obviously, maybe then she would have a chance of being a baby face, but just her character and the way she's going now, and she's been around for a decade plus at this point. She is who she is. She's Charlotte Flair. Ric Flair was rarely a babyface. Yeah, I mean, and Ric Flair was one of the best promos in the week. Cut some of the most passionate promos you could ever hear from a professional wrestler. So it was easier for him to transition to being a babyface when he was, because he could give you one of those engaging promos that will hook you and make you believe. So, I just wanted to hop on and talk about that because I thought that entire segment was just absolutely insane. You guys let me know what you thought about it. Do you think Charlotte Flair could be a good baby face, or you think that she should just stay heel? Do you think Jay Uso was the right pick for the Royal Rumble? Do you think he's going to face Gunther? You think he could potentially face Cody? There's a lot of things going on, man. You guys like New Day's new theme song? Let me know everything that you're thinking in the comments, and we'll discuss it all next time, man. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Deuces. They call me Mr. HD. I'm here to steal the show. A ticking time bomb, my nigga, I'm about to blow. The movement started off small, eventually